They threw the shade, try to block the sun. They say it's lies, we've just begun. They spin their lies like a web of silk. We cut through fraud sharper than steel. They call it passive, but the scheme ain't clean. Dreams sold on the back of a fake machine. Ash plays the king in a cardboard crown. We're here to flip his kingdom upside down. Victory with us, she screams all day, but the slayers of name making fraud decay. No more victims, no more schemes. We break the cycle, shatter his dreams. We break the cycle, shatter his dreams. He builds his castles out of air and smoke. Promises riches, leaves the people broke. Pyramid walls, they crumble fast. When truth steps in and shadows don't last. We see the scripts, we know the play. Same old hustle, just a different day. But we're the voice, the ones who fight. Lighten up the dark with the people's might. Victory with us, she screams all day. When the slayers of nay, making fraud decay. No more victims, no more skins. We break the cycle, shatter his dreams. Victory with us, she screams all day. When the slayers of nay, making fraud decay. No more victims, no more skins. We break the cycle, shatter his dreams. We break the cycle, shatter his dreams.
We are the naysayers, the sayers of nay. On this FriYAY, we rise, we don't play. No room for your schemes, no tricks, no traps. We see through your glitter, your promises collapse. Oh, the towers you build, oh, the lies you distill. We won't drink from your gilded well. We say nay to the false gold you display. We are the sayers of nay, and your schemes will decay. Yes, your schemes will decay. You climb to the top on the backs of the weak, but with a voice they didn't know they'd seek. Your pyramids crumble, your empire shakes. Our voices are thunder, your foundation breaks. Nay, nay, we say nay. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right now on this FriYAY, we are the lights, we'll lead the way. We say nay, to the false gold you display. We are the sayers of nay, and your schemes will decay. Yes, your schemes will decay. Yes, your schemes will decay. still you'll catch your time. They say us don't play, we speak what's true. OnPassive scheme ain't meant for you. Ash got plans to steal your soul. We won't lead you down that hole. We rock, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. They say us rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night. Ash and his game wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. Ash and his game wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. We won't be silent, gonna raise our voice. Speaking facts, ain't no choice. Break the chains of a dirty scheme. Naysayers live in the dream. Promises of gold, but all you get is smoke. Ash's empire, just a joke. Naysayers stand up, keep it real. We cut through lies like sharpened steel. We rock, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. Naysayers rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Hello, everyone, and happy FriYAY to all of you, to all of my sayers of nay. I hope that all of you are having a wonderful, amazing week, and that you're having a wonderful day. I am sick, but I am here. I'm feeling like crap again. This weather is killing me. It is murdering me. We are getting snowstorms, and then it's going up to like plus 12 during the day, and then we're getting another snowstorm. And I have slept pretty much for the past few days, just being up here and there, and it's been a wild ride. But I am here. I am starting to feel a bit better. But holy crap, this weather is going to kill me. Chris says, "Yay! I'm here before it starts for once. Goody!" And then you're like, "Oh, I gotta wait for almost 7 minutes of song." Hello, Shyamanan Todd. I hope I said that right. Probably not, though. Hey. I'm awake trying to do my laundry before all the Chris Johnsons of my town take all the dryers. I hear that. It's hard, though, because my cats are being sleepy and adorable. Well, you can always be sleepy and adorable with them for a while first. I mean, just might need to fight for the dryer a little bit. Hey, Salame. So, it's been quite the week here at Victory with Ash. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking there couldn't have been anything going on to cover today. Queen, how do you keep doing this show after this thing was shut down? And I don't know, honestly. So sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to have enough. But then somehow we always have a show. I don't know. But this week was very, very interesting. You know, the usual sort of stuff. But we had some fun things happen, and we have some new characters. So without further ado, I think we should start it as we always do. And that's with the meme review. Victory with Ash meme review. Woo! All right. Yes, always memes, no matter what. They don't disappoint there. See? You're not disappointed. It says OnPassive. Not really sure why OnPassive keeps getting brought up. They aren't supposed to bring it up anymore, but here we are. I just like how they've highlighted pass. Like, sure, they only highlighted one of the S's, but I'll give that a pass. How about that? We'll give that one to them because you should definitely pass on OnPassive. And all I can think is that is just a speaker. Because what else would it be in front of? This was posted up and then shared around as motivation to promote network marketing. And I, of course, always just have to point out that when you guys share your teams, your alleged teams, and it looks like this, it's just kind of a triangle, a pyramid, what one might call it. I can't help but notice the shape. Okay? So we haven't even gotten here yet here. Here we have Nuno, Victory with Ash. He's making all of these amazing pictures. I like how he's trying to catfish us with AI, but then he put his real picture in the background at least. Just for reference, I guess. Either that or he's on a screen there and he's calling himself. In which case, I'm a little worried. Maybe we should call someone. Hello, Joe. Good to see you. Nuno, though, does look very happy. And I like that he's always wearing his glasses inside, no matter what. Also, I don't know what these charts would be showing. Like people logging into the back office, maybe, because that's all they have to show. Peter Rogers has been posting up all of these amazing, I don't know what to call them. They look almost like movie posters in a way. And I think we all know how the movie ends. But here we have VWA, Victory with AI, apparently. It says the future of artificial intelligence, innovation, growth, success. And this is why I say it's like a movie poster, because then it says featuring Peter Rogers. What are you featuring in? What do you mean featuring? Featuring Peter Rogers, the future of artificial intelligence, in theaters June 3rd. What is happening here? And then, of course, they got the website at the bottom there. But I'm like, you're looking a little different here, Pete. But I'm just saying, this was you 25 years ago. I'm not trying to be a bitch or anything, but I love how this is like when Danny goes to make a picture of me with AI and it decides for some reason that the pictures I sent him, I look like Kim Kardashian. And we all know that's not true. And I'm like, who is this lady? Who is this person that they're spitting out? Do you not have the same sort of reaction where you're like, oh, that's very sweet of you, AI, but we both know I don't look like that. Or maybe I'm just the only one and I need to work on my self-esteem. Maybe it's a me problem. I don't know. But then there was this one. And I was like, well, jolly good day, old chap. What? He's going to go and be your chimney sweep, it looks like. It's just bizarre, And again, the AI seems to think that VWA stands for Victory with AI because they're like, who the fuck is Ash? And I'm like, this is the only picture where that might have made some sense, though. I'm just saying. And then once again, the future of artificial intelligence, innovation, growth, success, featuring Peter Rogers with the website. Although this time it's not centered, and it's kind of bothering me. You could have at least put it on the opposite end of the VWA logo thing, which that's not even their logo. I don't know. Peter's over here doing his own thing. He's doing his own promotion. And who are those people behind him? And since when were trains involved? Are they involved? Is that a train behind him? Or just an old car? I can't really tell. AI knockoff of Peaky Blinders? Maybe that's what we're going for. Here we have our buddy, Victory with Ash. And he has a picture of he and Sherry, which this is a nicer image of Sherry that they're sharing here. They were kind of doing her dirty before. You know, I was like, why would you guys choose that image? Well, they do it with Ash all the time too, but be nice, you know? Be nice. When it's your friend, you should be like making sure it's an image that they actually like of themselves. For example, the other day, I made a big image that we control the BG Wealth Zooms with. And we were trolling BG Wealth Zoom meetings. And I sent it to Danny, and then I went up on his show the other day, and he was like, I don't like this image of me. And I was like, oh, well, you can send me a better one, and I'll switch it out. You know, like just be like, oh, okay, I thought this was a good image of you, but I'll change it. Pick nice images of your friends. You know, and if they don't like the image, switch it up. So I'm glad they switched it up. It says, empowering minds, empowering futures, personal development, daily priorities. And I'm like, we're a little behind on that, don't you think? We've been here for several months, over a year now, I believe. It's something should have started by now. Gratitude and leadership, consistency and success. Subscribe and like for weekly insights. And I'm like, subscribe to who? Sherry? Or you? At least he put her ahead of himself, I guess. I'll give him that. You know? By the way, the picture of the pyramid, the Hindi translate to, plant the tree of network marketing today. It will change the destiny and prospects of your entire family. Well, of course it does, doesn't it? Yes, you will have to claim bankruptcy, and they will be paying back your loans for generations to come. They always have to make it about family, generational wealth, the future for your children, you know? It's like, leave them out of it, damn it. And this kid, I swear to God, this guy's like 19 years old, maybe. He's the youngest person in OnPassive. Mr. Gouda, you know, he had to make an image, and here we go. He has Victory with Ash. I guess we're pulling open the paper. It's so weird. Like, I think we're pulling open the color to show the white. I believe that's what's going on there. And it says Victory with Ash, of course. And then it has a little, like, Gerber baby come to life. I don't know what to call this. Sherry made some comment that something will happen on March 29th, and the Indians took it as gospel. Can't wait till the 30th to see what they say. Oh, that wasn't the only person that made a comment like that, and we'll get into that. Don't worry. So, here we have this little baby, adorable little thing. I decided to come up with our own baby because, you know, I was like, if they get angel babies, I mean, why can't we have angel babies? So, look, I found one too, as you can see, and she's looking at you, Mr. Gouda, and she's wondering, why are you still in this scam? Not Victory with Ash. Scam. So, you know, don't join today. Pulling back the curtains. That's right. Just a question, you know, from the OnPassive updates people. Is your goal just a moment? Thanks. Or a generation? World emoji. Hashtag Victory with Ash. And I don't really know what that really means. Is your goal just a moment or a generation? My goal is anyone's goal a generation? My goal is the generation. That's what it sounds like to me, right? It would make more sense if it was or generation, in my opinion, but I don't know. Maybe it's a bad translation, but it was written in English. There was no like translate to see what it says. This is how it came. This was the whole thing here. And as you can see, there was no sound with it. OnPassive updates again had to come on and say, there will no need to panic about the future of OnPassive. Everything is now legal, and we are working under the court's surveillance. Do the courts know? We have much money to pay our promotions and founders pay out Mr. Ash. And this is an ongoing thing where they seem to think that because in the final judgment, it briefly described that Ash would be helping the SEC retrieve funds, and then Ash came out here and was like, we're going to get all of the money. It's all overseas. Muhammad Kamal took it all and I got to get it back. They've merged these things together. And then they seem to still think that Ash is working underneath the surveillance, apparently, of the SEC. And that this is money that he's going to be getting and then giving to them. I mean, because he pretty much told them that. It's just a bunch of the real information kind of getting mixed up, and then what he kind of said. And then, of course, it's like a game of telephone where they're all kind of just passing this information around. And we're getting all kinds of different versions of this. It's wonderful. I mean, I wonder if the SEC know how much they are working with Ash Mufara, apparently, and how much money they're going to be paying out to these people. Because it's been a wild ride. Is anyone else having problems with their own mail? Right? I mean, making the world better for the next generation is a fine goal. You just can't do it in a scam. That's right. That's right. Any scam. True. So here we have them again. Good old OnPassive updates. And they had to come on and say summary of 8 years. Which this kind of made me laugh because I was like, this is all you had to say as a summary of the last 8 years? Like, this is it? Just 3 sentences? Not even? What are we doing, Summary of 8 years. You got scammed. Period. I could do it in 3 words, I guess, so whatever. OnPassive has received over $108 million amount by founders/investors. SEC has fined $30 million for some irregular system operated by OnPassive. And I love the language here, how they immediately try to detach OnPassive from it while simultaneously saying it's operated by them. The way it reads is it's like they fined $30 million for some irregular system. I don't know what it was. I don't know how it got here, but there was some irregular system operated by OnPassive. The irregular system was OnPassive, by the way. It was the fact that it was a pyramid scheme. What? And then it says, now it has much money to share with founders. And unfortunately, a lot of people actually take this page to still be the one that's giving them a lot of updates. There's a lot of Indian OFounders that don't seem to know what's going on at all. They're kind of still stuck in OnPassive, which is completely Ash Mufara's fault. It's his responsibility to make sure that everyone understands what happened here, right? I mean, we can try our best over here, but they're not going to listen to us like they'll listen to him. So, unfortunately, they are all still very much thinking that there's going to be a lot of money coming to them. And, I mean, according to this, they seem to think it's the rest of the $108 million minus $30 million. You know what I mean? I'm kind of that's not what's going on here. But, okay, this was just posted up the other day. So, I don't like it. Seem to think they're coming into a lot of money that they're not going to be coming into, which is not good. Not good at all. But that's their summary of 8 years. OnPassive received over $108 million and got fined $30 million. And by the way, that doesn't at all make you, when you hear that, are you not thinking, oh, wow, yeah, no, all of the people in that will be making a whole bunch of money? No, that's not what you think when you hear that. It's what the fuck. But, they couldn't stop it because they never do. So they continued on to say, before the SEC's final judgment, we're not sure what will happen with OnPassive. And I was like, I don't know. I think I had a pretty good guess. Many investors around the world are ready to invest in our company. Who? Where? Who are these people? What are these investors? And what do you mean by invest in your company? Because we have a problem. You cannot register this company at all right now, especially underneath Ash Mufareh. But I don't think that you and Ash Mufareh will ever be able to start up the OnPassive LLC in the United States ever again, because it's already been shut down. Like you know what I mean? Like that's over. So nobody can register anything to invest in. So what are we investing in over here? What are you talking about? But then they say, I had personally denied investing, but now all is okay to go forward. Dignity always wins. And I'm like, excuse me, sir. Hi, sorry to pop in here for a minute. But if you denied investing before the SEC case, surely you should deny investing after they get shut down. I mean, just a thought. That's a little backwards. If dignity always wins, then you'll walk away right now and stop giving these phony updates. Because, I swear to God, you're just making them up on the top of your head. You're just saying whatever you can to keep the quite large following that you've accumulated from posting these alleged OnPassive updates. Because people right now are so desperate for anything that if there are any accounts right now that are posting constant updates, they're the ones everyone's following. You have to remember, Red is doing his live streams once a day. That's about it. Everyone else has gone silent. There's only a few of the Indian OFounders that are going super duper hard, which is a drastic drop from what it was like 4 years ago, right? When there was hundreds of them. So they're kind of just grasping at straws right now. So they're following these kinds of accounts going, oh yeah, this must be an update. And it's like, this guy knows that this isn't an update. He knows Ash never said this. He knows that spreading this is wrong. Why? Just why? Haven't these people been through enough? Stop it. And this is one of the comments that was under, I believe it was the last post, where it says, OnPassive, victory with Ash Mufareh. Sir, many Indian OnPassive OFounders, and there's going to be a little bit of, the translation wasn't the best, but let's be kind. Many Indian OnPassive OFounders brothers in India, the Indian OnPassive OFounders in India, of course, have not been able to submit Victory with Ash registration form at OnPassive OES back office. Ash Mufareh, sir. Because they seem to think, some of them, that this might be Ash Mufareh running these accounts. So they're kind of like, are you Ash Mufareh? Hail to you, sir. Thank you so much for the information, just in case. It is a humble request to you that all Indian OnPassive in India, again, OFounder brothers, should be given the Victory with Ash registration link again on the OnPassive OES back office, so that all Indian OnPassive OFounder brothers can register their own OnPassive back office and submit the form and also do KYC. All OnPassive OFounders brothers can also join Victory with Ash family. Ash Mufareh, sir. It will be your very important grace. OFounders brothers are requested to give the registration link of Victory with Ash OnPassive OES back office. Ash Mufareh. Please share thoughts. So there's a lot of people that are just kind of like they're still stuck in the OnPassive OES. They didn't realize that they were supposed to do these surveys, get an invite link, and then if they haven't been invited yet, then they're not moving on. And nobody is telling them. Like, these people are just liking their posts or going, oh, don't worry, you'll get a link soon. And it's like a lot of these people that are posting are leading them on purpose because they don't want to lose the following. And they know that if they respond and say, actually, you haven't been accepted if you can't log into the Victory with Ash back office right now, like your SOL, sorry. Because they know that then the people will get mad and unfollow. So they're just kind of like keeping them along for the ride. And that's why I think a lot of these videos that the Indian OFounders do involve, oh, I've made 1 lakh here already. And I'm like, no, you haven't. Because nobody's making anything over here, dude. So you definitely have not. But it is a lot of misinformation, a lot of hype stuff. And then also a lot of just kind of leading them astray and not really telling them anything. Just like, don't worry, it's coming soon, like usual. Rob Lynn has suspended their vlogs due to technical difficulties with their Oka mode. I haven't heard from Lynn in a long time either, and that's what I mean. Like, everyone is MIA. So they're probably like, what the hell is going on? Like, imagine you got busy for a few months and then you returned and then everyone was just silent. Like, you'd be kind of like, what happened over here? What's going on with this thing, you know? But you had to be plugged in. The other thing that they are doing, which is driving me absolutely nuts, is with this meme review thing that we got to talk about here for a second, is they're still posting up this stupid OnPassive support app that is apparently now available on the Play Store. It says easily visit OnPassive and use helpful tools to boost your productivity. Please share with everyone. This app is not an OnPassive app. There is no, other than the old apps, which may still be lingering in the Play Store. I don't do apps. I've never made an app and put it up in the Play Store, so I'm not sure how it works. I think that for the most part, you can just kind of put anything up there once you make it. And I'm pretty sure that you're also responsible for taking it down. And I'm sure if it's dormant for a while, they delete it. But it's just the apps that have always been there. They're just kind of still in the App Store. And probably also in the Google and in the, what's the Apple one called? Is it the iStore? Probably. I don't know what that one's called. I'm trying to think of it. But it might still also be in the Apple Store. Is that what it is? That one as well. It's just sitting dormant, not doing anything. You know, Rob doesn't have any medical condition. It must be Lynn. Not sure why they lied about it. I'm not sure. Maybe Rob wanted to move on. Maybe he didn't want to do it anymore. And then, like, I don't know. Maybe Lynn didn't know how to tell everyone that, especially at that time, right? Because that was still when everything was allegedly going very well. Rob's condition is chronic stupidity. Probably. So yeah, don't fall for this. There's no new support app. Because some people are sharing this like, oh, look, we have a new update. No, you don't. So just keep that in mind. But of course, when OnPassive updates, doesn't update, Victory with Ash doesn't update. So this was my favorite because he says, which one are you doing today? Winning or learning? Strength. Hashtag motivation. Hashtag life lessons. Hashtag growth mindset. Hashtag positive vibes. And I'm over here like, I don't think you're doing any of them. You're doing neither. Winning or learning. We're just waiting. Is that an option? Add that in next time. See what happens. See what the answers are. But I'm like, man, they're starting to give up a little bit, you know? Definitely not winning. Hopefully learning that Ash lied to you. I am now thinking that we should do an experiment and see how long it takes. Because at this point, this is just a study of the human mind and group dynamics and how long a group can hold on to something when nothing is happening. Right? It's interesting and it's worrisome. Worries me a little bit. I don't like how people can just get control over people for like years and years and years and keep them in these weird loops on the internet. That's weird. I don't like it, but here we are. So which one are you guys doing today? Winning or learning? And I like how, by the way, you can't do both, apparently. If you're learning, aren't you winning? I'm just, probably learning from winning too. I'm just saying. Then they said, hello, leaders. Please share this with your groups to always keep checking your OES back office daily. Because that's how we control them now. You don't want to miss out. Like I say, don't worry. If there's an update that happens, everyone will let you know. Especially if you're in this Victory with Ash bullshit and your whole Facebook page is basically just friends from it. Someone will post up that there's a new message in the back office. You will not miss out. I mean, unless Ash releases you have 10 seconds to click this link, which then wouldn't that be shiesty of him? So you should be okay. These were going around. They're making all of these. They remind me of Pokemon cards. Pokemon go to the sorry. All right, so I am Ramananda Kumar, Mr. Gouda. Verified member. Hard work, passion, leadership. Success is coming. Big success coming. Victory with Ash. And if you join Victory with Ash and you wait around for the next 7.5 years, hopefully you'll get turned into this weird Pokemon card too. Look at that. Talk about winning. Check every hour on the hour, right? I'm like, why? Check it for what? It could be a Pokemon card if Pikachu wore a bad toupee. Boom. True. It is true. He has a good mustache, though, okay? You can't take that away from him. This is another example of, like, why this picture? Of all the pictures that you could have chosen of Ash Mufara to use in a quote like this, why this one? He looks, like, angry and confused at the same time. Anyway, the funniest thing is that it's not even him that's apparently saying this quote, it's Bob. Bob who? I'm assuming Bob that we know, that, Bob Texas in a movie. I don't know how to say that last name. But, Bob. But I was just kind of like, not only is it not a picture of Bob, but it's a really bad picture of Ash. What are we doing here? Ricardo says, I fondly remember the 8-hour webinars featuring the OTech pros who shared one brain cell between them. And it did not know a thing about technology. So Bob apparently said, not Ash. Maybe that's why he looks so upset. He's pissed off that you put his face on a quote that he doesn't even say. It says, Victory with Ash is designed for people who are ready to move forward with purpose, who have unwavering discipline. Really. And who want to truly transform their lives through real skills. Bob. So, I look forward, because I really want to truly transform my life. I mean, don't we all? We want to truly transform all of our lives. So, look forward to that. Basically, that's my face as I'm looking at this. It looks exactly like that. Then we have this. CEO. Ash Mufara. I mean, and that's not the worst picture of him. They did a little better with that picture, I guess. I don't remember him ever wearing this silk shirt, but whatever. You know, you might want to spell his name correctly, though. You know, that might be something that you should just make sure to get right on the marketing materials. You know, because it's a 3-letter name. You can learn it. I believe in you. It's not exactly an English name either. I'm just saying. Yes, it's out. I don't know how to pronounce that other than Oz Mufara. It's either Oz or it's ass. And I don't know how else you pronounce AHS like that. You know, just saying. Collins, who continues working toward achieving his big boy potty badge. He hasn't gotten it yet. Poor dude. He's been working so hard. Yeah. I also like how apparently Ash is now in New York City. Here we have Victory with Ash office. Look at him standing here with this guy. This guy here, whoever he is. Have you ever seen him before? I haven't. I was hella confused. I was like, who the fuck is that? Like, what the hell is going on? But here he is with Ash in his office. Must be one of his workers. You know, maybe it's the new Muhammad Kamal, the manager of this floor. As you can see, they have 3 employees working. Oh, 4 employees. I think there's another one kind of behind them there. So that's cool. 4 people. 4 people. Is that Muhammad Nizal? No, it's not. It's not. That's why I'm very confused. It's literally no one we have ever seen before. And we've seen Muhammad Nizal. He has his picture out there. So I'm like, I don't know who this guy is, but whoever he is, he's apparently in with Ash. So maybe ask him where your money is. Because then I think this is him again. And it says Victory with Ash Global AI. And I like how global is all in lowercase. And I'm kind of like, how come we don't know who this guy is, but all these people seem to know who he is? And he seems to be famous or something. Because there's paparazzi taking his picture. So what the hell is that about? Are we on the red carpet? What is going on here? I don't think they've had a conference like this since 2021. Another highlight was the worldwide media launch featuring cardboard discs and a badly stained carpet held together with gaffer tape. That's right. There was no robots. Old Ash? The last guy that we saw when he's old? I don't know who this is. Again, if you know who this is, let me know. But it's some old guy that looks like a boudoir picture from the 90s. And it says Victory with Ash on the pillar that he's leaning on there. So I don't know. Do what you want with that. But I see that image and I think that they're selling glam shots. All right, that's what I think. I'm like, oh, that's cool. A photography studio that does glam shots like back in the 80s, you know? Good stuff. I'm not thinking education or technology. Not with this. Ash Mufara. You can learn little from victory. You can learn everything from defeat. And I'm like, okay, well then why didn't you call it Defeat with Ash then, asshole? I mean, and then he says, the more difficult the victory, the greater the happiness in winning. And I just feel like we're getting mixed messages here. Okay? That was Ash in 2033 when the SEC ban ends. You know, there's someone on Facebook saying this thing isn't launching until 2090. And I was like, probably not. That's about right, you know. Indian George Clooney, oh, maybe. It's better to be him than Ash. I mean, that's what you were thinking, or Mel Gibson. This is just chubby face Ash, though. You're on my screen right now, giving us mixed messages about how we should feel about victory. Just saying. At least he got the Elvis hair. So there's that. At least it made an appearance this week. You know, sometimes I miss it when we don't get to see it. And I still do wonder what Ash thinks when they do that. Like, damn, is my hair really that bad? You know? Here we have victory with Ash, and oh my god, he's a fucking giant. Look at how big he is compared to the people. The people that are working in this office. At least he's hired more than 3 people this time, or 4 people. Sorry, forgot that guy that was behind them. So, there's this. I would be horrified. I would not be able to concentrate if I was working at one of these desks. I'd be like, that guy's going to step on me if I go for a break, isn't he? All right, we got to get out of here. I'm in danger. Very scary. I love how in all the pictures that it looks like Ash's nose weighs 5 pounds. It does. Especially here. Here it weighs 55 pounds, apparently, because he's a giant. I just think it's so funny that the AI that they're using here doesn't understand anything. Anything. Just nothing. I think this one might be my favorite of the week, though. Look what we got here. AI innovation for all. And then it's the OnPassive logo, and it says OnPassive Symposium. Keynote. Ash Mufareh, of course. And then it has him with his thumbs up. And at first glance, it looks like it's Ash with some people behind him and a very tiny podium with his thumbs up. And then you realize that he has some friends there, almost just hanging out on his shoulder. You know, like they're little parrots or something. Isn't it sweet? Look at that. It's kind of cute. There he is. Wonderful. I love AI. Isn't AI great? The irony is that they were supposed to be an AI company, and we've always used other really bad AI to make our images, and then we end up with things like this to promote an alleged AI company that never had AI. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Also, like, who the fuck are these people again? There was an OTech Pro Derek Marira TV live stream where he decided to basically restream Ash's last webinar with them. But I liked how he called it with Ash Mufareh re-carp. You know, because you always got to give the victory with Ash re-carp. Just keep swimming. Is this OnPassive scam still going? Good evening. Yes, it is. It is still going. They've just rebranded to Victory with Ash. And now they're not doing anything except promoting nothing, you know? Yeah, according to the followers, it is. If you ask me, no, it got shut down. Julia's back working at Spearmint Rhino. That's the other thing, is that Julia hasn't been posting up even her volleyball live stream. So, like, the actual main people in this are not posting. And we've talked before about how it's interesting that Ash gets that 8-year director's bar. And then very shortly after that, everyone kind of hushes up. Right? Like, you have to wonder if his lawyer was like, listen, like, tell everyone to stop. And then, of course, it's just the main people that have respect for him that will listen. Everyone else doesn't really understand what's going on. Maybe she's working at a place that, you know, maybe she could use some carp. Do rhino eat fish? I don't know, do they? But here we have an update, the recarp. Then we had these images. Victory with Ash. We got this. Team Star Boys. You know, I love the Star Boys. And then they also did this version. We got this. Team Star Boys. Victory with Ash. And we always have to have an amazing eagle. So now remember this. Because that is the end of this week's Victory with Ash meme review. However, it is not the end of funny videos. And basically, the last image that you just saw in the meme review is an image that other OFounders then made come to life. Because you know how much they like to do that. Yeah, that's a thing. I love how he is he like yawning? He ain't screaming.
No sleep, no life.
And the eagle flies out. And then look at him. He doesn't look that sure about it. You know, he's like, what the fuck? Where's that asshole going? What, he's leaving me too? But I was like, dude, what is with this? You got to make them all come to life. And that wasn't it, of course. They love to make these videos now. AI was the worst thing to ever happen. There was also this one. Okay. Victory with Ash. Big news coming. Cool. I mean, he's moving a little bit unnatural, right? Like the neck is crazy long. Like, I don't know how he's in the sky. He's like looking down on people. But it kind of looks like there's like paparazzi around him. So I'm like, no, he's on the earth. What is going on? But you know, there was that one, of course. Sherry just announced her engagement to Napoleon. That's awesome. I love that. We're not done. There's more. Of course, there's more. Don't go anywhere. There's more. And there was this one, which I think
Together, we won. Victory with Ash, we did it. Yes. Come on. Absolutely. Come together. We won.
I'm like, what did you win? When? Did we miss it? What happened?
Come together. We won. Victory with Ash, we did it. Yes. Come on. Absolutely. Come together.
It's like they didn't know who was supposed to say absolutely here.
We won.
We won. Guess we missed it, guys. Had the look of Joey from Friends, right? We did it. We won. But I think that's our buddy, you know. So now he's starting to make videos of himself with Ash. Because, you know, Ash hasn't been seen since October 21st. So now they have to make AI videos of them with him. And then they are still making ones like this.
Photo editors make great friends because they always know how to make you look your best, and they are never afraid to bring you back to life.
Do they usually give you fucking bulging crazy eyes? Because, like, I've never seen anything like this. Look at this again. And look at the eyes. And then listen to what he's saying and just think, yeah, you know, this is how I would want people to make me look, for sure.
Why do photo editors make great friends? Because they always know how to make you look your best, and they are never afraid to bring you back to life.
To be fair, I guess he did say photo editors, not people who take photos and turn them into AI videos. But, like, this is a hilarious look. Like, look at it. What is this? That's horrifying. This is horrifying. Lord, stop using the free version if you're doing this. All right, it's giving us nightmare fuel. We don't need any more. All right, we don't need any more. Yes, Dr. Betty is still participating. Almost everyone of the main people, not many of them have moved on, but unfortunately, this is the best one.
Victory will be yours. Success is for those who step up. Embrace the challenge, and victory will be yours.
It's just so inspirational. Doesn't it just make you want to join today?
And victory will be yours. Success is for those who step up. Embrace the challenge, and victory will be yours.
What challenge? The challenge of having to wait another like 7.5 years until he can run a company? What the heck are you talking about? But that was like the closest one to being, I guess, a decent AI of him. I think it's because they use the older picture. It seems to work better, I guess, for the like image to video thing. I'm not really sure. Are you trying to scare my wife? I'm scared, Joe. I'm scared. Dr. Benny has become a scamming food stamps. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. They don't, unfortunately. Well, that's not true. I mean, they can. It's just the ones at the very top, they stay because of sunk cost fallacy, FOMO, and usually not even about this one. So that if they've been in this one for 8 years, they're probably in one before that for 3 years, in one before that for 4 years. And so to them, they finally made it at the top of this one. So there's no way that they're going to go anywhere. Why would they do that? YouTube is doing something amazing that I'm so excited about. And they are auto-dubbing videos now in our language. And once again, I have an example of this for you. Because what this person was saying was also crazy and kind of adds into the misinformation people are spreading about this thing that is helping to keep it going. And it's just a great time. Great time for the whole family. Funny as hell. Again, I like laughing at these because the mistake being made is not so much in what the person is saying, even if they are spreading misinformation about this thing. That's not cool. They shouldn't be doing that. But what we're mainly laughing at here is how bad YouTube auto-dubbing, Google Translate auto-dubbing is. All right? It's not how bad their translation is. Keep that in mind. They did not translate this. And we have made fun of their bad translations in the past with other AIs. And even when they've tried it themselves before AIs were so readily available and they were trying to do it on their own, you know. But this is completely like the fault of Google, YouTube, and them doing their weird auto dub thing. That makes it just sound even crazier for some reason. I know it does.
Friends, namaskar. Friends, if you are a founding member of
Namaste.
OnPassive company,
Namaste. Also, they call it the company 100 times. Rick says, the followers remind me of a child whose dog ran away from home and they continue to look out the window 24 hours a day hoping the dog comes home. Yep. Unfortunately. I also miss Ash threatening people with the OnPassive legal department. Juan, who currently cuts my grass every fortnight. Remember when he said he had a judge? That was my favorite. When he was like, I have a judge. We have a judge that works for us. The government works for us and we have a judge. And then they like got sued like very shortly after that. We were like, what happened to the judge? Did he not? He had no strings to pull for you? No buddies he could call or... No, nothing. You just got screwed over with that one, huh? Damn. Well, not much point in having friends in high places when that's how it goes. Yep, dear there, except it was THEIR. Dear there. That was great. Also, because it wasn't signed by anyone. they had put up like a fake heading of some fake lawyer office that they had done like branding for, but then they forgot to like sign it at the end. So it was like they didn't even sign it. This doesn't matter at all.
hello friends, namaskar. Friends, if you are a founding member of OnPassive company, the update is very important for you. Please watch the video completely.
Okay.
Now friends, let's talk about OnPassive company, which is currently running under the name Victory v Ash. So when I made the video last time, a lot of comments came regarding the founders payment. All those founders asked a question whether the company can pay us in the month of April or will the payment come by the end of this year.
Okay, sir, we cannot see what you are writing. If you are recording this on your phone, when you are uploading it in 16:9, and it is cutting off the writing. Are none of the comments telling you that?
Okay, so friends, we will talk on this topic. That is the company going to pay the final founder in the month of April? Will Apple come in the month of April? Or is the company not going to pay the founder here? These are two questions.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's kind of convoluted. Kind of all mixed up. I'm not sure. Was it two questions? I like how they brought apples back. That was fun.
Because whenever founders watch my videos or anyone else's, their main question is regarding payment, because it's been a while and founders are eagerly awaiting their payments.
I mean, it's been 8 years.
So friends of us,
So friends of this, what?
first I'm sure.
A lot of pause.
Let's come to the video and comment on the founder of the company. Mr. S is going to pay the founder.
What?
So friends,
Okay. Oh no.
if a company is branding itself today, right?
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're writing up there.
The company is incurring expenses. That's not the case, because when contracts are signed, they're full. What, or 2 years? Right? When a company is branding itself, the company
You're not. Wait. Because when contracts are signed, what? Then they're not for 2 years? What?
has to make payments there. Right? For our AI, right? That we're getting into AI. They're bringing
Are
their
you?
AI tools. Okay.
When?
The company system is being developed with regard to AI so that people can learn about it. That's why the company is branding there. The company is spending there. Okay? So what's the problem with the company paying the founder?
Well, I don't know. I thought you were answering that question. What do you mean? What?
Yes, the initial P upon will be quite a locus. So the tondera. Okay, friends. But the payment will be structured here
What? How will it be structured?
because the founder is, in a way, a shareholder of the company. Okay.
Well, no, not really. Founder is not a shareholder in the company. You're an independent contractor in an MLM. That's what you were supposed to be in this. It's not the same as a shareholder. And there were some shares that were sold for OnPassive at the very, very start. That's part of what Ash got in trouble for doing as well, by the way. So I'm kind of like, what? It's not the same thing. It's just not. And I don't know what he's saying half of this either, but I think it's hilarious. With friends like him, who needs enemas? That's right.
That means the company will incur a loss here.
Will
The company
it?
will incur a loss.
I thought you just said that it wasn't incurring expenses. And then you're like, but they are incurring a loss. Very confused. You're contradicting yourself. We only got 2.5 minutes in, not even.
So the founder will also incur a loss. So suppose your company doesn't receive a payment this month, okay? So the founder won't receive a payment that month either.
Oh, okay. So if the company doesn't get paid, then the founder doesn't get paid. Interesting.
Suppose the company has higher revenues and profits this month, the founder will have a higher profit that month. So
Not
it's clear
really.
here, friends, that the founder of the company is, in a way, a shareholder. Okay? If the company receives payment, the founder will receive payment. Okay? It's a normal thing here.
Is it?
Let's go.
It's a normal thing for the founder to receive payment there? Since when? Since when?
Depends whether the founder will receive payment in April itself or whether it might take some time.
Oh,
So friends, I
it might take some time, guys. Guys, listen. It might take some time. I'm like, excuse me, sir, we've already been here for 8 years. I mean, how much more time do you need? I believe, yeah, no, it's gone. And the shitty thing is, even in like these MLM lawsuits, excuse me, sorry. Remember, I'm sick. Even in these MLM lawsuits, if the SEC does win, and then is like we're divvying out the money, I gotta be honest, you're lucky if each person gets like 50, 60 bucks. Oftentimes they do not get even their buy-in back. Right? So it kind of sucks. But even if OnPassive was to like give the SEC all of the money and Ash helped them with the overseas thing, and then they do pay back to OFounders, it's not like they would get the whole $97. That's the reality. Which is why my whole thing is, since we don't have a way to get these people their money back if it's stolen from them, shouldn't we just not let them exist? Because obviously regulation isn't working. Who knew that you couldn't regulate pyramid schemes to be ethical? Jeez, fucking crazy. I mean, what do you mean? You can't make a scam ethical if you add something called the Direct Selling Association and then tell them to watch over it, which, by the way, they also get paid membership fees by all the MLMs that they're apparently regulating. Yeah, no, that sounds like a great system. You're right. Everyone in the US is aware that these are scams. I should pack it up. Just totally stop speaking out. I'm sorry, guys. I'll delete my channel right now. If the USA is so aware, why the fuck do you still have them so legal? Because right now in Canada, it's actually MLMs are easier to fight than in the USA. Why? Why? Drives me crazy. I'm like, we cannot regulate these schemes to make them ethical and make sure people don't get harmed. That's what happens. And then whenever we do try to help and get them back their money, it's like, it's hardly anything. You know? So why? Why are we doing this? Why? 10 cents on the dollar, pretty much. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Will they even get $3.50? It's usually like a lot of the lawsuits for similar amounts, like about 100 mil and stuff. Any of those ones, like, yeah, it's usually like the people get back like 50 bucks. Like it's not even the buy-in oftentimes. And that's because we have system out here that protects the scammer and their money more than protecting the consumers and the public from being ripped off. And again, that's a problem with our systems. And with this system, and how this system works is just shit. That's a short drive. The reality is that Ash and his thieving wife have long hidden any remaining funds. The unpaid employees in Hyderabad won't get a cent, nor will the founders. Exactly. And they do have hidden funds in cryptocurrency. They do. They have hid a bunch of it. So like, I don't know. I don't know how much information the SEC has. Like, they probably know more about that than I do, because I'm sure they're able to actually like go and poke around in his finances a little bit more. Maybe they know more than we do. But we were tracking him just moving money from wallet to wallet to wallet to wallet for a while there. Where it was like, yeah, okay, obviously we're hiding this money. And that's why when he came out, it was all like, I don't know anything that's going on. Like, Muhammad Kamal stole all the money. I was like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? Okay. And I've shown that to you guys in the past, by the way. I've shown you his wallets and all of that when it was going on at the time. Ash will get out of paying for $3.50 by saying the Loch Ness Monster took it. They would be like, oh my God, that's awful. Like, that's how bad it's gotten over here, the brainwashing. Like, we joke about it because if I didn't joke about it, I would go mentally insane. Like, What do you want from me? Sometimes you need a little bit of humor. But it actually is that bad, right? The gold is buried in his mother-in-law's yard.
I think the founders' payment will take some time.
Maybe that's the goal of that, is backing up GGC.
Okay? But the company will make a big announcement here in April regarding the founder.
Oh, in April. Okay. So this guy, of course, comes out and goes, yeah, there'll be a big announcement in April. So now like half of the Indian OFounders are running around as well going, oh, apparently we're going to get a big announcement in April, guys.
Regarding his accounts, okay, regarding his...
And really, it's just because we're at the end of March. If you haven't noticed, they're telling you every month. Right at the end of the month, they're saying, don't worry, next month we'll get a big announcement. And then we get to the end of next month, and then they say, don't worry, next month we're getting the big announcement. Ash will show up. And we're just going to keep doing that again. And I guess it worked the first time. So, like, why the fuck, you know? Why wouldn't it work again?
Bank account or his crypto wallet, where will the founder repayment go? Okay? In what form will it be received? Regarding this, there may be a big announcement in April.
Oh,
Okay, friends. Mr. SB will also be going live here soon, and we'll talk to the founder about the current state of the company and its future projects.
Now, do remember that all of these people that are telling you that these announcements are coming, or that are going live every day, it's really to keep you watching their YouTube channel. They're horrified that you're going to unsubscribe from them. Realize that they scammed you.
So friends, you need to stay updated on the company's progress. Vandilon is missing out on their own things. They're missing out on some of the company's key points. So you shouldn't do that because it's been a while. Okay? The company is working.
It's been a while.
And the founder has also waited so long. So keep doing whatever you're doing. Your job, your business, your job. But keep up with all the company's updates. Don't let
What if this was your business, right? Like it was supposed to be?
your ID get left behind. Your KYC, okay? Complete your profile properly.
Okay.
Otherwise, all our years of hard work will be for naught if we're left behind. Okay, friends, I hope you enjoyed the information. If you liked it, please like and share the video.
See this FOMO and sunk cost fallacy. And then I love it. So it always ends in directed by input title. I like good job. Good job. I like what you did there for your outro. So yeah, apparently there's going to be big news. Big news in April. Can't wait. Can't wait. At least they have new songs. Now, unfortunately, they don't have any Dancing Diaper Baby songs. But this is their newest Victory with Ash song that's been getting shared around this week.
March month has arrived, the world...
I mean, arrived like 27 days ago, but okay.
is filled with life. The time has come when all dreams...
Input title is my favorite creator. What if I didn't like the video? Then you can give it a down vote. Although I don't even know it. Like, do we get the down votes? I have to be honest. I'm not big on like going into the back and checking how many likes I get on my videos. So I'm not. I think they took it away, didn't they? I don't even think we know in the back office if we get a dislike on a video. So yeah, you can do it completely anonymously. But I do know that if we get some dislikes on the videos, then our likes will not be at 100%. How do I know this, you ask? Well, because I definitely get downvoted in Hare Krishna videos and yelled at a lot. And I have noticed a couple times whenever I have gone in the back and then seen that all of my Hare Krishna videos will be at like 89% likes. And then the rest of my videos are at like 99% and 100% likes. And I'm like, yeah, no, that tracks. They come with a whole army that comes and yells at me. Even more so than OnPassive ever did.
Turn into reality. Every heart that waited with
I mean, Rose is really not going to let go.
hope will now be filled with joy through ashes. Give. We believed, we came forward together, not with praise, but we stood strong through hard work. Today's our day. Victory is ours. It's celebration time. The whole world is watching. For ash gifts have arrived. So
And did we miss it? They're like, Ash's gifts have arrived. And I'm like, where?
songs of victory have begun. March celebrations are echoing across the world. All the believers become winners. Victory.
Like, this is so taunting. Are we seriously going to go into his watch right now? Like, he's taunting us with time at this point.
With us as a winning hand. So
On a game show? Like,
dreams we
everything is so golden blue. Red would love it.
imagined have now become bright realities.
This guy. Yeah.
All doubts have disappeared today. All the founders who waited patiently have now become
You forgot this guy. Seem to have left him in the field.
champions with ashes gift. This is our celebration.
This is our celebration. And I'm like, what are we celebrating? I don't understand. What
This
happened?
is the victory sensation.
You doing the wave.
With ashes vision, the world will transform. With believers' energy, a new era.
Joe said the audience looks way too white. That's because it's with Grok. That's because we're using Grok. And it's probably like, black people don't exist. I got into an argument with Grok once on Twitter, okay? They was trying to tell me that white people experienced racism more than anyone else. And I was like, that is just the stupidest thing that you could ever say to me. What the fuck are you even talking about, Grok? And it like would fully argue to me, and I posted. I was very upset. So yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Grok just thinks that only white people exist. That's kind of a scary thought at this point. Like, it's like, wait, do I have the option to opt out of what he might give us? You know?
Nations are heard, march celebrations are written in history. The
think at the very least, you definitely have changed our outlook on how to define a cult. Because one of the main defining features of a cult has always been a charismatic leader. And I'm just constantly coming across cults where I'm like, I would not describe this person as a charismatic leader. Some examples, you know, if you're like Queen, we get Ashes, and but who else? Jason Castillo from the Love Is One 5D Full Disclosure Joy Reigns cult. I don't find him to have any fucking charisma. Okay, like just zero. The next one is the one that Joe just brought up. Egg. Harold Klemp is dry as fuck. You will not meet a more boring fucking person in all your life than Harold Klemp. The leader right now. Well, actually, I think he just stepped down. But that's all of his writings are now their scripture and stuff, right? Because he replaced all of Paul Twitchell. So he took over it. So fucking boring, man. That man has not even a little bit of charisma. Like, there's just none. If you don't believe me, go watch some of my videos reacting to him. I work real hard to make them something that you can sit through. It's just like, you know, that's not how I would describe any of these people as charismatic. You know, and we often thought that the things that kept people in MLMs was how they would constantly be posting. The posts were part of the brainwashing, right? And some of them enjoying the products or getting almost like a what do you call it? Sorry, my brain is like not working at all today. But the effect of like if you take a sugar pill, you know, you're tricking your brain into thinking that you are getting something good from these products or whatever else. And now I'm coming across all of these very strange MLM cults where it's like they're not doing anything. They're literally just sitting and waiting and maybe talking to each other in webinars, but they aren't doing anything else. They're not selling anything. They're not worshiping anyone like how we normally see people worship in cults. And so, I mean, I will give you that. I will give you that. You have added to us kind of looking at cults in a different way. Because I feel like on my channel, I cover the cults that are not like any of the other cults. Because we like to look at why does this work? What is it here that allegedly works that keeps people here and holding on? Because if we can make sense out of these ones, maybe we can make sense of the other ones, you know? Hello, Cool Cat. Good to see you. It looks like there's like 7 different people on stage. Every time they show us him, he looks different. Oh, what else is next? After that silence, when the light is finally born with power, no force in the world will be able to stop it. Whoa. Okay, well, I guess that's what their future plan is. There you go. After the silence, the light is finally born with power. What the fuck that means? No force in the world will be able to stop it. You won't be able to stop their light. Only God can stop them. And apparently the SEC. The get-togethers play their part in confirmation biases and also supporting the sunken investment delusion. Yes, but not in the same way as we are used to seeing in cults, even the MLM ones, right? Like it's a different type of community. It's not quite like the religious cults, and it's more like a community cult. But even that, I feel like when a community cult is formed, they still all get together as a community where they're all doing like a hobby or something that they all are doing together and enjoy. You know, it's like literally there is nothing. It's like the actual group being a group is what keeps them a group. It's fascinating. It's like that's all they have. They have nothing else, just the fact that it is a group, you know? So weird. All right, I got one more song. One more new song that they uploaded. They aren't doing the diaper dancing babies. Bill Must has disappeared again. So I hope he's all right. But they have released this new song. You know, the other channel that's very much like Bill Must released a new song just the other day called Rise Again. Right, the hobby is praising Ash, but it's like even before that, it was praising Ash. Like it's weird. It's so bizarre how everything formed here. And there were lots of moments where we were like, these people aren't going to keep doing this. Not after this just happened. You know what I mean? And then like they would still stay and we would be like, what the fuck, man? So I feel like we learned a lot along the way. That maybe just watching the typical MLM companies that people cover on here and other cults that people cover on here, maybe we wouldn't have learned as much about that. Cult communities have some interesting dynamics. Exactly. And I want to know as many of them as I can.
You fell down, but you're not.
Okay, wait. I do just have to bring it back because I have to show you. Down here at the bottom, it says Rise Again. We have this little star. Very cute, very old school, Disney looking. And then at the bottom on this little banner, it says, studio name, Cartoon Presents. And I love that for them. A success. Also like how they cut that off too. Great job, guys. You're doing great.
You fell down, but you're not done. The night is dark, but here comes the sun. Every scar tells a story of fight. Every tear was shaping your life. They said stop, they said wait, they said maybe it's too late. But something inside you won't break. A fire no storm can take. You bend, but you don't fall. You're bruised, but you turn to go. Rise again.
Very, very motivational. I like this one. I feel like it reminds me of the boy bands of the 80s, you know? Like we got some Casey and JoJo vibes happening or something. Victory with Ash coming soon, Mama. That's what you told me 8 years ago. I'm still waiting.
You've ever been. This is not the end.
Not the end.
This is where you begin. Stand tall, even when you feel small. You will to win.
Wait, I thought we already won. See, I'm getting mixed messages again. Should be called mixed messages again. Instead of Rise Again, mixed messages again. Hello,
Rise again.
And then Ash Farah pops on and he's like, actually, you don't need to rise again because we actually never really fell. You see, we didn't fall. We just had a hiccup. Yeah, a hiccup.
Pressure made your diamond strong. Every right came from a wrong. You learn more from the pain than you ever did from gain. Let them down, let them stand.
I hate that thing in society where they're like, You really have to go through so much pain and suffering to be successful. I'm like, you're obviously not someone that's had a lot of pain and suffering, huh? I'm just, because that's a stupid thing to fucking say. All right, yeah, hard work can be painful, but you should never be told that you have to suffer and go through pain in order to get the goodness. And they do that very much here.
You're too focused to care. Every setback was a sign that your breakthrough's on time. You fall, but you don't stay. You lose.
I was hoping they wouldn't stay, but a bunch of them did.
But you find your way.
Ash is like, actually, we're in it to win it.
Stronger than you've ever been. This is not the end. This is where you begin. Stand tall, even when you feel small. You are built to win. So rise again when the world goes quiet.
The only thing that's going to be rising again is Jesus or an erection. This is like church music. See?
And the fear gets loud. Remember who you are. You were born to stand proud. Your story's not over. Your best is ahead. The moment you choose to rise instead. Rise again.
Not the first wedding. Like after you've been divorced, your second marriage, right, Joe?
This is your moment, your season. Breathe it in. You don't need a reason. Stand tall.
And then like this new chorus shows up, and I'm like, what is this chorus? What are they singing of now? And I completely changed the song like 3/4 of the way through. What's that about? This sucks.
You were made for it all. The fire within will never fall. So rise again. And never look back
Like how it did the O. It is true, we have heard a lot worse. It is very true. So yeah, they were pretty excited about this one. They were all sharing this one around. They were like, look at the new video. And I also like how at the end this one is made by CapCut. I love that. I love it. So, great videos being shared this week. Great memes being shared, or marketing materials. We call them memes. I think they post them to promote the business and their marketing materials. All great stuff. Lots of good stuff coming. We're going to have a short commercial break. And then when I come back, we're going to be asking ourselves, what the fuck is going on? And we're going to see who was kissing ass. And we are going to hear from Red Redford and watch a funny video and do a story time. All good stuff. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Today's stream is brought to you by...
Do you have a berserker demon? You may think that's a strange question, but I've dealt with berserker demons. What's a berserker? The word describes ancient Nordic warriors who fought with uncontrollable rage. This is where we get the expression, he was so angry, he went berserk. In the days of Vikings, berserkers would enter a trance before battle to get supernatural strength. They fought with a frenzy. Sound like someone you know? As we say, they lose it. Explosive anger can come from frustration, feeling disrespected, trauma, mental and hormonal issues, and drugs, but uncontrollable rage can be demonic. As an exorcist, I've dealt with berserker demons. If you've got one, you'll need more than anger management therapy. You may need an exorcism of a berserker demon of anger. That's inhuman. I'm here to help at boblarson.org.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. Amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon. Now, I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuckboy! No one fucks with my hose! The lizard hose is about 30 bucks. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Now, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Are you tired of getting screwed over by false promises, bad leadership, and tiny results? Introducing Tiny Digger Condoms. Trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. The only protection you need when dealing with inflated egos and underwhelming performance. Whether it's a shady MLM pitch, a fake AI company, or a man who tells you he's the lord of the internet. Don't get played, get protected. Tiny Digger Condoms are OnPassive resistant, 100% scam proof. Coated in reality and skepticism for extra protection against cult-like charisma. And hey, if you're gonna get screwed by Ashmufara's vision, at least make sure you're wearing something that actually works. Tiny Digger Condoms. Trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. For when the product is imaginary, but the disappointment is real. Now available in Founder Frenzy flavor. Tastes like regret and missed refunds. Located at your local CVS pharmacy, Rexall, Shopper, Drug Smart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand. Is your leader's birthday coming up? Don't just send a card. Send your soul. Introducing Happy Cult Day, the ultimate birthday experience for narcissistic gurus. Because nothing says divine enlightenment like 8 hours of forced gratitude on Zoom. With Happy Cult Day, you'll get a pre-written poem about how your leader changed your life. Access to a 9-hour tribute webinar you're required to attend. A royalty-free song you'll awkwardly sing with 300 other blinking followers. And a limited edition e-card with their face on a beam of light. Because they're just like Jesus, but better. Add on the birthday worship upgrade to include a tribute video of members crying, children chanting their name, and a slideshow of their humble beginnings. Why celebrate you when you can celebrate him? Again, Happy Cult Day, because in a real cult, it's their birthday every day. Side effects may include financial ruin, loss of autonomy, spontaneous chanting, seal clapping, and sudden belief that Ashmufara invented the internet. Are you getting upset with people's freedom of speech and consumer protection laws that allow the public to speak out about your scam? Are you giving YouTube creators false strikes in order to continue preying on vulnerable people? Is it getting hard to hold it in? Hold in all the bullshit? Well, introducing Tiny Digger Diapers, the adult diaper designed for the man baby deep down inside who's always on the way to the top where his ears will pop. With our FlexiFit technology, Tiny Digger diapers moves with you whenever you sit on your chair, sit in your RV, sit on a boat, or sit in your home office paid for by the people you scam. The Secure Lock Core offers unmatched absorption for when you're full of shit, which is most likely all the time. These diapers keep you dry and comfortable so you can attend all 500 hours of webinars this week and not miss your chance to sign up a homeless man to your scam. Maybe he also needs the diapers, huh? Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger condoms and Fantasia foot spray. Buy Tiny Digger diapers today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Target, your local CVS pharmacy, and in your favorite con artist nightstand. No matter where your day takes you from webinar to webinar, you will always be dry and you won't have to cry. Thank you for listening to a message from today's sponsors. Now, back to the live stream. Yes, thank you, thank you. Always helpful when I can take a quick break. I have the bladder of a mother, so, it's necessary. Usually I also have to top up a drink, so there's that. I don't drink alcohol. It's usually juice or pop. Just thought I would say that. Just saying. All right, so I think first it will be fun if we take a little look-see at who's puckering up this week. Let's do it. Woo! Kiss his ass. Who is doing the ass kissing? We have Viral Angel 83 this week. Yes. Now, you might be like, who is this guy? I agree. But over the past few weeks, he's really been popping up in a lot of the Facebook groups and spreading his positivity, I guess you could say. He wants to make sure that you guys know that you're his Victory with Ash family. And so I got them to translate this for us. So he posts up things like, Victory with Ash family, all of you are my real strength. If I'm accomplishing anything today, so only because of you. These pics aren't just photos. This is part of my journey. This is an expression of my gratitude. You're not just an audience, you are my family. Please tell us in the comments. I'm like, who's us? Wait a second, who? How long have you been watching my videos? Big thing coming soon. Stay connected. And then, of course, we have Victory with Ash hashtag. We have hashtag YouTube family, hashtag gratitude, hashtag motivation daily. And then he hashtags Viral Angel 83. And with it, he posted up this. Highest motivator. The highest motivator in all of Victory with Ash is allegedly this guy. This Mr. Viral Angel. He has 3,000 subscribers. That's very viral. He's the highest motivator. And then he also posted this. Only for my YouTube family. And I was like, that's sweet. But why do I feel like I should be on a different site that posts private things for their OF family? It just started to give some weird vibes. He posts a lot of videos talking about how this thing is about to start any day now. What I shared today, it might change your life. 90% of people ignore the is signal and regard later. In my latest video, I have told the secret that will decide the future. Let us know by commenting. Are you ready or will you ignore it? Make sure to give your honest opinion after watching the video. So, a lot of hype stuff, a lot of, don't worry, it's starting soon. Here's the secret that will decide the future. I guess he's going to give you a signal in the back office. And there you go. He posts a lot of stuff like this. The YouTube shopping affiliate program, which I didn't realize this was a thing. Is there a YouTube shopping affiliate program? Best products, honest reviews, and real deals, it says. Carefully researched. Best value for money. Personally recommended. And then it says the latest in trending finds. So I'm like, well, then it's not really personally recommended. Then you're going by the trends. But anyway, and like what's new, but whatever. Not really sure what it says after that. But then at the bottom it says, let's grow together. But I'm like, what's the YouTube shopping affiliate program? That's not a thing. What? And buy his merch. I mean, they let you connect your shop to YouTube with your merch, but that's really it. Victory with Ash, lessons I learned from Ash, sir. He's been here for just over a year. So I'm like, what lessons could you have learned? How to get sued by the SEC? You know, but it's a lot of like, look at me, Ash, look at me. I'm really cool and I'm promoting you and I'm a really big motivator. Pay attention. Here we have another one. Victory with Ash. He's got balloons there. I don't think it was his birthday. He just kind of posted this. Like, look at me. I'm in victory with Ash. And then we have how many people want this. And he's pointing to the apples. Because, you know, Ash is going to pay the apples out any day now. For those that don't know, here in OnPassive, they started calling money apples because they thought that if they did that, they could trick places like the SEC and TINA and the FTC, and they wouldn't know that they were doing illegal income claims. If, you know, because you can't figure it out if they say you'll make 46,000 apples a month. You obviously can't tell that they're talking about money. Right? I mean, it's just so smart. What a smart idea. And it's still going on in some of these communities, I guess. So that's basically all he's been doing. He's been all over the Facebook groups, especially for the last couple weeks. And so because of that, I think this week this man needs to pucker up. Because he's definitely trying to kiss some Ash. That is from his Tinder, maybe. His Grinder. Sounds like it. So pucker up, sir. Because you are it for this week's Kiss His Ash. I hope that soon, you know, he lets YouTube dub his videos because he hadn't. I was hoping we would have another funny video to react to with the auto dub, but I don't know. I don't know if you have to like opt in to allow them to do it or what. I have no clue, but his weren't auto dub, so it wasn't as fun. I was a little disappointed. It was kind of like, oh man. So yeah, there was that. That was wonderful. And I think the next thing we're going to get into is we're going to take a moment to ask ourselves.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
WTF.
Yes. This week's WTF, I am calling nothing to do with VWA. i.e. victory with Ash, or I guess victory with AI, according to that meme from earlier. As you guys know, Chris Johnson has not been going live. 2 weeks ago, on his YouTube community tab post, however, he did decide to come on and post, "Don't focus on the results, focus on the process." Everyone was really excited about that. They watch him very, very closely, as we all know. He is the hype man. He has been the one on the 360 with Marty and Red when Ash used to come on their show to do the updates. And right now, to the people in this company, he is the main communication with Mr. Ash Mufara. Chris has bragged in the past about how him and Ash text each other almost every day, and Ash is giving him constant updates. So even though, you know, we haven't seen Ash since October 21st, and Chris hasn't been on bragging about this, people are still kind of assuming that that's what's going on here, right? So although he hasn't posted, other than that one community tab post, on his YouTube channel for over 2 months now. I feel like it's been longer than that, like 2.5 months or so. He's not doing any lives, not posting any videos. He is, however, pretty active over on Facebook. And I don't mean active in the sense that he's going live every day. I mean, he just kind of like posts over there a lot. I mean, like any boomer on Facebook does. He does have 25,000 followers on Facebook. So, you know, it's a decent platform for him. But I don't think he has any monetization on there like some creators do. As you guys know, he often promotes Victory with Ash with these little AI videos that he does. And we've played a lot of them. They're very, very cringe. Usually it's just him, and this one had a bunch of lions that were roaring, walking next to him. Not really sure what it's supposed to say, but I guess it's supposed to make him look empowered. I don't know. But he's still heavily promoting Victory with Ash almost every single day with at least 1 or 2 of these videos that are made with AI. After he posts a good morning AI video, he will post up 1 or 2 of these like promotional Victory with Ash videos. He also sometimes just does silly little posts like this one where he says, okay, these delivery drones are driving me nuts. And Manu says, I'm telling you, something must be in the water, and laughs when somebody responds with start of Skynet, which is very ironic considering, you know, they were the ones that were apparently making all the revolutionary AI, but whatever, right? Chris Johnson is also known for doing a lot of God posts. He posts a lot about his religion and does a lot of God, Jesus sort of posts. We've talked about this quite a lot here on my channel, even on FriYAY, because it's a lot. I don't know what happened to the background of this image, but okay. Chris is also on his Facebook still doing the happy birthday messages, right? Every single day, pretty much, he is wishing people a happy birthday. He hasn't skipped too many. Oh, look, the image is back. Good. And he's also doing prayers. He's doing prayers every single day. He is posting up on his Facebook, pray for anyone, no matter what. Prayer works. Pray for love to thrive in every corner of the world, bringing healing, peace, and restoration. No matter what you are going through, God is the answer. Thank you, God, for answering my prayers. And then, of course, he's the first one with the prayer request, always. It's always come first. He says, my grandson has a very high fever and needs prayers. So pray for his grandson who has a very high fever, whatever that is. And yes, happy birthday, Hasib. Chris has lost 45 kilograms. That's good. Most recently, though, just yesterday, I believe it was, Chris posted up his usual posts. As I've said, he posts a lot about Jesus and God and his religion on his Facebook. In between the prayers he does for people with OnPassive and the promotional videos he does for the Victory with Ash OnPassive people, right? Like I just showed you. So he posts up, Archangel Michael is with you. On the 29th of March, you will cry. Not because of pain. And I'm like, oh, thank God, because I was a little bit like, excuse you? Fuck you, you'll cry. Not because of pain, but because God healed what you prayed for. His golden divine light is removing blocks, sickness, and emotional wounds. Send this to yourself immediately. Kind of kills the vibe there when it says that at the end, but anyway. So he posts this up, and as you can see, it has a date here, March 29th. So, Sunday. Yay! Got that to look forward to. Usually this would just be like Chris doing his religion stuff again, oh Lord. But of course there was a date here. So what do you think happened? I bet you know. I bet you know exactly what fucking happened when this went up, don't you? It's what happens all the time when posts like this go up and they mention a date. And then they're like, I don't understand what's going on here. Why is this happening? That's dumb. The funniest thing about this is that this week it was a gentleman by the name of Pankaj Kumar. We'll just call him Kumar. All right, Mr. Kumar here posted in a Victory with Ash group. And he says, a special message of blessings and faith. Stars around it. Chris Johnson tags him. I think Chris untagged himself. Chris Johnson, sir, shared a very positive and spiritual message in his post. Here are the main points in a nutshell. Protection. The powerful angel, Archangel Michael, is with you and guarding you. Which I don't remember saying that, but okay. Special day, March 29th. Any of your old prayers are about to be fulfilled on March 29th. Your days of sadness will end and happiness will begin. And then it says deliverance from obstacles. God's divine light is removing all obstacles, illnesses, and chronic mental suffering in your life. Conclusion. Don't be discouraged. Have deep faith in yourself and God. Your good time is very close. And I'm like, did we read the same post? Because that's not exactly what the post said. To be fair to Chris, he didn't really say anything when he posted it. He just posted the Instagram meme, which then tells us what the image says as the caption. But I don't think he said all that. So, of course, this got posted up and everyone is going, oh my God, something is coming March 29th. And it must have to do with OnPassive because Mr. Kumar posted it in Victory with Ash and said that Chris said it, Did he try to go to White Castle? Maybe. Should have tried to go there and get a job. He would have been making more money working there than sitting around in this thing. A nutshell, that's longer than what Chris posted. True. Right? Like, here's his main points in a nutshell. I'm like, I think you added in some, though. Like, what was that? I don't know what you call that. Acorn? I don't know. Mrs. Ash will be getting another pedicure. That's right. So I'm like, oh God, here we go. Now everyone's going to say, we got the faith manipulation, and now everyone's going to say Chris Johnson is promising something special is going to be happening on Sunday. Here we go. And that is exactly what happened, of course. He also posted it with this amazing image, of course, which says, VWA, our big dream, which then also implies that that is what Chris was talking about when he said that March 29th, all this fantastic stuff was going to happen, right? Like, very obviously trying to connect it to VWA with this post, okay? It's ridiculous. Nev says, Chris could fart into a microphone and they would interpret it as an update. Very true. So again, the person who posted this up is Mr. Kumar, okay? Mr. Kumar then posts up another post. But first, there was this conversation in which someone, Mr. Kumar actually, sends his post. All right, his post, which he shared, that Chris shared. Sends it to Chris. Hey, this post here. Here you go. And he says, hi, Chris. There is some confusion regarding your recent post mentioning March 29th. People are wondering if this date is related to our companies, Victory with Ash or OES, which OES isn't a company, or if it is just a general spiritual message. Could you please clarify this? And I'm thinking, Mr. Kumar, you're the one that posted it. You took his post and you posted it to a Victory with Ash group, and you posted it with a Victory with Ash picture, and you implied that this was Chris saying, there isn't some confusion unless it's you. You're the confusion. You created it. Why are you only now messaging? You know what I mean? Holy hell, common sense is straight dead. Rip. All right, look. It's him. It's him. Literally, it's him. He's the one that posted it. I'm like, am I losing my mind? So Chris responds and says, it's a prayer. It has nothing to do with Victory with Ash. And then this guy hearts it. And then goes, thank you so much, sir. So then he returns to the group. And I'm very confused about this whole thing. Because then he returns to the group. There's Mr. Kumar. And he tells them all that it's not to listen. And after that, Chris is, of course, posting a prayer. And I just want to say, Chris is not completely innocent here. He should know that if he posts anything that mentions any date, especially amongst the Victory with Ash stuff that he posts up, that these guys are going to interpret it as something happening on that date. And then for him to turn around, literally just a few hours later, and do pray for anyone no matter what, you can kind of see how some people might think that his God and Jesus posts have to do with Victory with Ash, considering all of the faith manipulation that goes on there. You know what I mean? But I was like, sorry, it was you. You're the confusion. You created it with the help of this guy, Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, Chris should know by now that they're going to do that. He should be more careful. One other thing that I want to bring up is that Chris just had his granddaughter born, which congratulations, wonderful time. Chris then posted up pictures of his grandchild on his Facebook, which I don't really recommend doing, but families are going to post up newborn babies on social media. I think we just need to accept that happens. My issue is that after he did that, a bunch of the people in OnPassive then took those pictures of him with his grandchild and the newborn pictures of his grandchild, and then they started sharing it on their social medias, announcing that this was the newest member in Victory with Ash. Now, Chris doesn't have control over the images of his granddaughter that he posted and who's seeing them. And this is something else that he has to keep in mind. Anything he posts on his Facebook is going to be taken by the OFounder people and reposted and used to promote this thing, or to share some kind of like, oh, look, happy moment and Victory with Ash. So unfortunately now there's a whole bunch of just random OFounders, many from like India and stuff, that are just posting up these pictures of Chris's grandchild. They don't have the permission from the parents, which I'm assuming Chris had permission to post the pictures up. But now these people don't. You know? So I'm just kind of like, Chris, you have to really start being more serious about what you post on your Facebook, knowing that these eyes are on you. And when you're posting, like, make a Facebook then that's just for Victory with Ash, and like a Facebook page, and then tell people that's where the updates will go. But that anything you post on this Facebook, including pictures of your grandchild, should not be shared out. Now, this isn't really Chris's fault. To be fair, as a grandfather, you're going to be excited. You're going to post up a couple pictures But again, he does have to start really being mindful. And I mean, it's been happening for a few years now, because I'm sure that you don't want that happening, where strangers that you do not know are now sharing around, pictures of your newborn family members. You don't want that happening. And I don't think that Chris is okay with this happening. I think it's just something that happened. And unfortunately, now it's going to be really hard to kind of tell these people, hey, take down those pictures, but maybe it's something that needs to be done. Just because you don't know who's seeing those pictures. When you post it on your own Facebook, you know the people on your Facebook for the most part. Like when I was posting pictures of my family on my Facebook, I knew every single person on my list. Like there were people that I went to college with or high school with or even public school with, or like people I just knew from around my city. You know what I mean? I didn't like hang out with criminals and have them on my list, so I wasn't that worried. Unfortunately, though, once you're in an MLM, I think you do have to be a lot more careful about what you're posting. And we all make the mistake as parents and MLMs of using our children to promote products. We've all done it. Don't pretend like you didn't and that you're better, because we all have done it. All right? There's no hierarchy in the anti-MLM community. I'm sorry. If you were in an MLM, you did a bunch of things that you regret now. Otherwise, you ain't healing properly, sis. If you ain't looking back at yourself in an MLM in this community going, what the fuck was I doing? That was an awful idea. Then what are you doing here, So I just think this is something that Chris might regret in future. If he's ever looking back, he might be like, maybe I shouldn't have shared out those pictures and let them kind of get shared around. So just be mindful of that, and do realize that anytime you post a date, they're going to take it as you claiming. So I think the best thing to do is make a Victory with Ash Chris Johnson page where your updates will go for the company. Put your prayer requests on there and the birthdays on there. And then when you're posting up just your usual Jesus stuff, which again, you can post that all day long. It's just when it's attached to the Victory with Ash, then it's like faith manipulation. I think we need to start separating the personal Facebook and the scam Facebook, if you're going to be continuing, just to be safe. That's just my advice from someone who did all that and regrets all that, and is looking back now and just going, oh, Lord, Chris, I know that you're not going to want this in future. So he's not really innocent. He kind of knows, and I feel like part of him knows what's up, So it's like, come on, Chris, wake up. Enough of this. Stop that. So yeah, that is why I went WTF this week over all of it. I was like, why is this guy pretending like he's not the one that shared it? And then he's coming out here pretending to fix the information. It's driving me crazy. And then why is Chris's granddaughter's picture going everywhere? Let's not do that, And that is it for this week's WTF.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
WTF.
Yeah, wake up! Always reminds me of Cece. Chris from New York, Westchester County, on our flat earth. Every time I say it, wake up! I love it. I love it. All right. I need to take another quick little break here. And then we'll react to some Red Redford, because he did a video that was called Intention to Action. And I have to know what that's about. I haven't even watched it yet. So we're going in blind this week because I was sick. But while I'm taking a little break to top up my drink, I have this amazing video that Wes made this week of the OnPassive webinar from March 25th, 2026, apparently, when Victory with Ash allegedly launched. So enjoy.
You're just a tin can.
Look at you go, buddy, devouring that grass like a champ. That's it, get that next chunk. You're making me hungry. Best guinea pig ever.
Ah! What is that? Gotta get out of here. This can't be real. Help him! Somebody help him! Please, he needs help!
Come on, John, you lazy asshole, pick it up.
Jean, what in the hell do you want?
Well, Dr. Benny has grown about 7,000 feet tall. She's also breathing fire. She should be arriving over New York City any moment now.
Now I've heard there was a sacred app that FriYAY made, and it closed the wealth gap. But you don't really care for humanity, do you? It went like this: oh bless, oh mail, the O-Tech pros, all of Mike Ellis fails. The baffled Chris screaming, Ash Mufura, Ash Mufura, Ash Mufura, Ash Mufura, Ash Mufura.
But you needed more. You saw those people in Bangalore. They're fawning in their praises overthrew you.
I never realized Dr. Benny was that huge.
He was enormous. I couldn't believe it.
We should have known.
And from Red's lips they drew the Ash Mufura, Ash Mufura, Ash Mufura, Ash Mufura, Ash Mufura.
They say Ash took the money without shame, but he doesn't even know their name. And if comfort did, well, really, what's it to you?
There's a scheming lie in every word, regardless of which founder you heard, Peter Rogers or the broken Collins Manus. Ash Mufura,
We never really saw eye to eye, but I will always love you.
Dr. Benny did her best, it wasn't much. She loves to steal the liar's touch. She's never told the truth. She come to fool you.
And even though it all went wrong, victory with Ash is really coming along. With nothing on my tongue but Ash moved
Cracked me up the first time I watched it. As I wanted to go through, I was like, something's gonna jump out at me at the end, but no, it doesn't. It doesn't, but it's beautiful. I love it. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous job. We had to keep that one. I was like, they all disappear. He deletes them all after a few days. And I'm like, don't stop doing that. Some of them are so good. So we've started to save all the good ones, just so you know. So, yeah, that was great fun. Great fun. Hey, hey, hey. Gotta love it. Yes, the goose bender hamster. It sounds like they're singing Ass Mufar. It does. It kind of does. It's beautiful. All this time I thought it was Marty, but the turban now makes sense. Yeah, no. No, it's supposed to be the goose bender hamster. Which is what he branded himself as, too. So, all right, Red Redford. Oh, Lord. Now I feel like we're doing something boring in comparison. But Red Redford did this live stream, which is Intention to Action. And I think we should give it a little watch. Okay. I did not take this out because do you see how ridiculous this is? That when it starts, it like shows him for a split second. And then it's like, actually, nope, we're counting down. Ridiculous. All right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, hello everybody. How you doing? Good to be here. Big positive vibes. Friday means
Yay!
It is 2 days off for those who have been working. I've been working pretty hard this week along with Jane. Full week for both of us this week. So we're both working.
Yeah, blast off! Remember when they used to do that all the time here at OnPassive? They used to always do the rocket ship.
Tomorrow and Sunday. So looking forward to Monday. Not many people can say that. Looking forward to Monday. But that is going to be a rest day for us. So today is Friday, March the 27th.
You're right, Red. Nobody else works over the weekend and then has like Monday, Tuesday as their weekend. Nobody in the entire world. Just you.
Clocks change here in the UK. 29th, so we lose an hour's sleep, which is not good when you're working on Sunday. Not only going to work, but also losing an hour's sleep as well to boot. Anyway, is what it is, as they say. And as
he seems to be one of those people that like doesn't like the clock changes. There's some people that are like, we got to stop doing that. They're like, easy for you to say. You probably don't live where it ends up being dark for most of the day.
What we are doing at the moment is we are working our way through the public page of Victory with Ash and basically breaking down some of the wording that is there to give us a much better understanding and comprehension of what to expect inside. And
really, that's what we're doing? Okay. I don't like we need an interpreter of the website. That's really all there is. Just saying. Red and Jane had to get it just over broke. That's right. Why would you take advice from them? I've worked a few times during the time change, forward and back. That's right. Sucks.
And today's topic is intention to action. This is part of your path to victory within Victory with Ash. And it says that Victory by Ash is built on...
We're doing this thing. How many times do we have to read this? Right.
Victory with Ash, is built on a clear philosophy for growth, one that moves you from intention to action and from action to impact. So we're going to have a look at what exactly is moving intention to action. So what is moving from intention to action? It is something that I wasn't quite sure of. I'm sure you would be interested in it as well. So this is the process of closing the intentional behavior gap where planning your goals, those are your intentions, and successfully executing through concrete timed steps rather than remaining abstract desires. So basically it's putting into action those thoughts and processes to actually doing something. It involves moving from mental commitment to tangible behavior by reducing excuses and setting specific if-then plans to build habits.
Oh my God, the irony here.
Interesting, isn't it? That is going to be part of Victory.
It is. Just not for the reasons you're saying.
With Ash. This is part of that learning modules process, whatever it may be, is that the thought process of our goals are going to be moving into actionable status within the platform. So what are some of these key aspects of moving from intention to action? Well, intention action gap. This is research suggests that intentions are translated into action only about 50% of the time. What does that mean in reality? It means that most of us think about it, but only 50% of us do something about it. This highlights a major discrepancy between those people that plan to do and what actually do it.
Yeah, but what are you doing? What if there's nothing to do? Then how do you do nothing when there's nothing to do? What are you doing?
That is that 50% gap. We've all been in situations where...
Like technically here, 100% are doing nothing, you know?
We have talked the talk, but how many are walking the walk?
I don't... None of you. Like, I mean... This time, 5 years ago, you were saying that by now, humanity would be saved, everyone would be a millionaire, and Ash Mufara would be king of the world and own all of the internet. So, what are we supposed to be doing? Doing? What are we doing? What does he want them to do exactly? I don't know. That's why I'm like, what? What are we even supposed to do? It's like when they're like, get ready for Victory with Ash. And I'm like, well, okay, what does that entail? Like, how will I know when I am ready? What are the things that I need to be doing to get ready? And they just never tell us.
This is exactly what this means. Those that maybe talk about it, think about it, and those that actually do it.
Do what?
This is moving that intention to the action.
What is it in this regard?
The process involves transforming a general desire, I want to be healthy, for instance, into a specific, actionable and timed plan. I will go to the gym, for example, on Monday at 6 o'clock. That is.
Yeah, well, what about I will learn from Ash Mufara and start lessons by the end of March 2026? But then the issue is that there are no lessons being added to the back office in March 2026. So then it's kind of out of their control, to be fair. You know? Maybe you should be having this conversation with Ash Mufara instead of the members of this.
Is changing intention into action, overcoming excuses. It requires distinct.
Like Ash's excuses? Because there is nothing technically stopping him from uploading those free videos in the back office. Like, really, there is nothing illegal about him uploading some videos. I mean, will they be bullshit and will we totally make fun of them? Yes. But there is nothing like illegal about him uploading these coaching videos into his back office. We could argue that, you know, what the fuck is he going to coach them on? How to run a pyramid scheme and steal $108 million? I mean, we can do that all day long. But technically, that's not illegal, even for him to do, as long as it doesn't turn into him selling courses, right? Then him giving out this alleged free education he wanted to give to everyone with his genius friends would technically not be breaking the final judgment. So what is his excuse? Because he's had 8 years to plan how to teach people how to be like him. That's what he was doing here the whole time, apparently.
Distinguishing between realistic obstacles.
I mean, all MLMs are built on the whole, I did it, and now I'm going to show you how to do it so you can be successful, right? That's like the whole thing.
The reasons behind something you cannot do, and avoiding procrastination. Those excuses that prevent progress and moving forward. It's also system designed. Rather than just willpower, this involves establishing a system such as structuring your environment to make action inevitable. This is
at least we can read today. Good job, Red.
Something that a lot of people set up prior to, through the thought process of the intention to action. They get.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Things ready so that you get to a point where you've got to do it because everything is in place and ready. So some of the examples of intention to action are using the if-then planning. For example, if it is Tuesday at 5 p.m., then I will go to yoga. So that is you giving yourself a specific time and date to action your intention plan, making it visible, recording goals in a calendar or task management system actually help to.
I gotta give it to him. He read intention to action on the website, and then he's made an 11-minute video just on those 3 words on the website, being written on the website. I mean, you gotta give him that, I guess. Not many people are doing that.
Adapt your productivity to that action. Small intentional steps. Obviously, take one small actionable step, such as writing down a single to-do item for that day. That is moving the intention into an action.
It's funny because if they all started doing these things without Victory with Ash and then being successful, then they wouldn't even need Victory with Ash, you know? Amazing how that happens.
Accountability. Sharing goals with accountable partners and community. Remember.
What about accountability? Like, if you're in charge of a company and then you get accused of stealing $108 million because you totally did, and you transferred it to your wife's bank account, but then when you go live to talk to the members of your business about it, you tell them that it was actually another person in the organization that stole that money and that they should all be mad at them instead. Would you consider that to be accountability, Red? I'm just wondering.
Remember what we were talking about yesterday, that community spirit and what involves within that. This is part and parcel of how it's going to help all of us move intention to action because of our accountability that we will have through people within our community.
Yeah? Or is anyone going, hey, Red, you've been in this thing for 8 years, buddy, and nothing's happened. Do you think it's about time to be accountable of the fact that you've been in a scam? Not one person? Okay, Jane is there. That's right. A real signature of this type of nonsense is repetition of metonymous phrases. Yeah. OnPassive already took lots of my money and time. Now it is a new mousetrap. Exactly. Exactly. And it shouldn't be taking any more people's time. They claim they're not going to take money. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I can't wait until you guys start asking people for their $97 buy-in. But just taking people's time and energy. We don't need any more of that. Making them wait around for nothing to happen.
Also, habit stacking. What is this?
Oh, my Lord. What's the habit stacking that you're going to be doing here? Checking the OES every day? Several times a day? What would be the habits? Watching you every day? It's like if they could do all of these things, then why do they have to be there?
This is acting a new intended behavior to an existing one so that it becomes part of your habit. Whatever your daily habit is, you are adding the new intention to action to that daily habit.
What? Why did you explain it like that? This is like the worst way that you could have explained that to anyone. I mean, I guess technically, we do this when we talk about deprogramming and starting from scratch, trying to figure out who you are as a person, especially if you're someone that's had trauma your entire life and you don't really know who you were before the cult or the trauma. So we tell people to add little things into their life one at a time after they kind of deprogram from everything. I guess it's similar to this goal stacking in a way. And I guess you could kind of use that here, except what is the actions that they would be doing? Like I said, the habits you would be stacking here would be you waking up, watching Red Redford when he goes live, checking the OES, and then just waiting around. The funny thing, Red, is that if the advice that you're giving all these people right now is working, then they're learning off of you and not Ashton Forrest. So what do they need him for? What do you need him for if you could teach all this?
Jane and I have daily habits. We wake up in the morning, we brush our teeth. We then have a cup of fruit tea or whatever.
Yeah, no, nobody else does that. I never thought of doing that before, Red. I'm so glad that you came live to tell a bunch of adults that are the exact same age as you how we can wake up in the morning and brush our teeth and have a coffee as a daily habit. Sometimes when you're doing these streams, it's like you're talking down to people. Do you not think that almost everyone in the world has some kind of routine to their day? Whether it's a morning routine, a routine in the afternoon, like no matter who you are, you have some kind of routine somewhere in your day. All right? It's like he thinks that all of these people just wake up and then stare at a wall all day not thinking. It's crazy. Like nobody else has lived life other than him. No one else has worked a job other than him. No one has ever set a goal before. Red Redford came on here in 2025 and started telling us how to set goals. Like, why do you think that you are so above people? It's so weird. The way that you talk about this stuff. That it's like the most superficial. Like, this is like something you would teach kindergartners. Like, what the fuck? The people in OnPassive are not 10 years old, Red. All right, you're not like, okay, make sure you wake up and brush your teeth. Like, Lord, like, is it because you're unintelligent? You couldn't think of a better example than this? I don't understand. I just, what is the point?
We've added things to that daily intention to action. For instance, we take now supplements, etc. We've added that to the tea part.
That's just what you start having to do when you get older, Red. You gotta take your vitamins then. Say with when you're a kid and you take vitamins, and then all of us, for some reason, enter our teen years and we go, fuck vitamins. And then when we become an adult again, we go, oh shit, maybe I should start taking those vitamins. And then especially as we get older, we have to add more and more of those into our diet. You know, because you get more deficiencies and things as your body stops working, right? That's not rocket science, Red. You're not like giving us some crazy wisdom that everyday people don't already know. Do you think that people in India and Africa don't wake up and brush their teeth and have coffee? I'm very confused.
In the morning, we've also added other things that we do on a regular basis, so it becomes a habitual part of your daily life.
Let me guess. I know. You make breakfast. Jesus Christ.
And it doesn't feel so much as an action that you have to do. Why? Because it becomes part of your...
Were you sure to brush your teeth and have your coffee today as part of your routine?
Daily habits. So what are the synopsis for moving from intention to actions? What are some of the things that you have to do? For a start, it is part of implementing your goals, following through on those goals, making sure that intention to action keeps on going.
I love how all of these end up being, this is how it helps you follow goals. Red, your AI's in a loop. It's pumping these out all the exact same way with the exact same point at the end. Get it out of the loop. Is it the AI in the loop? Are you in a loop? Do we need to have someone come there and shake you? What's going on?
Executing the plans, bridging the gap, and closing the intention behavior gap. That means making sure that when you have an intention, it then becomes an action, not something that you're going to do tomorrow, next day, that ends up a month, that ends up 2 months, that ends up a year. That is making that gap smaller and smaller. Walking the talk. Spoke about that a minute ago, didn't we? Transform.
Yeah, so why do you have to do it again? Because the AI told you to in the write-up? That's what I mean, you're in a loop.
Forming intention into execution, operationalizing goals, and taking...
Sometimes I'm like, is he even paying attention to what he's saying on these anymore? Or is he just like reading? Like, does he not notice that all of his lives are the exact same? Comes on, he reads us a little bit of the website that we'll be going over, a few words of it he picks for every stream. Then he gives us the definition. Then he explains to us what the definition means. Then he breaks down how it will help us reach our goals. And then he does some shout-outs and ends the stream. And I'm just like, you're doing the same thing every single day. It's the same layout, the same. Do you not get bored of that? Are you not noticing? Because that would drive me insane. See, this is why you shouldn't use AI for your content. This right here, this happens. Because he's just feeding into his chat GPT. Hey, I need to come up with a live stream where we can talk about what these 3 words mean. And then it's basically just spitting out the same cookie cutter thing every time. How annoying. He's just like reading it. There's nothing going on in there.
Initiative and goal execution. All of these
kind of insulting, you know. I feel like he's insulting everyone's intelligence at this point.
These things are part of moving your intention into an action.
Did you guys know that if you only think about doing something and you don't actually do it, then it's not gonna get done? I know, crazy, huh? There's some wisdom for you. Look at me. I'm smart like Red Redford. You know what the sad thing is, Red? Is that we did think you were the smart one. We did. Until these.
If you can do this, then you are going to progress in your goal and desires.
You mean if I actually do the stuff that will help me work towards my goal, then I might actually reach my goal? Crazy talk, Red. What do you mean? That's insane.
Procrastination is the worst that you can possibly have if you are going to or want to be successful.
Oh my God. Really? Yeah, I thought that people got successful because they put everything off for like 8 years and then had to put it off for another 8 years. That's what you would think over here, isn't it?
You will see that the successful people allocate time, allocate their intentions for the day in very methodical formats. This means that they get stuff done.
Who's getting stuff done? I thought the point of being a millionaire was that you didn't have to work anymore. You had a whole bunch of slaves to work for you, and then you pay them peanuts. That's how you stay a millionaire. That's how everybody else seems to do it.
Many people nowadays think they're busy, but actually they're not productive with their time. People who are...
So how productive then, Red, is it to ask ChatGPT for a definition of something and then come on your channel every day and read it? Is that being productive? Is that helping you reach your goal? What goal are you trying to reach with that?
Are successful are extremely productive with their time. Why? Because we go back to the same thing. It is,
and none of them are doing this. None of them are coming out here to teach you how to be as successful as them and be a millionaire like them. Not one. Not one successful person is spending their time in an MLM-shaped structure, wanting to teach other people how to be like them. I promise. Not one. Because they're so busy, right?
The one commodity you can never get back. Successful people really do understand that concept.
And you don't, which is why you've all been here for 8.5 years. And you're still depending on this man, and you are still waiting for this thing.
And so they make sure that they allocate time and utilize that time.
Which honestly, I wouldn't have a problem with him getting AdSense if he was doing something more. Like I said, he should take us cooking with him. Teach us how you live on the boat. How you cook meals on there. You know, like there's so much that he could be doing with his channel that would actually be fucking interesting, that people would like to see. But since he's in this stupid cult, instead he comes live every day to read us ChatGPT definitions. And this is what I mean. It's like it took him away from doing interesting things that actually could grow him his very own thing that he's doing, making money with, that he doesn't need Ash for at all. But instead, he's doing Victory with Ash. It's so frustrating. So much potential in the world has just been lost to these fucking MLMs. You know? And it sucks. I bet you if we didn't have MLMs in our world, we would be fucking way better off. We'd be progressing like crazy in the medical field and science. All right? We wouldn't have a bunch of doctors just dedicated to what supplement can make them the most money next month.
In the most efficient way they possibly can to get as much done as possibly time within that period.
What?
If we can all do the same.
That's everybody. Everybody is trying to get enough stuff done. The problem with this hustle culture thing is that you don't believe in taking a fucking break. All right? For some reason, hustle culture in the U.S. is like, you should be working 24/7 around the clock, be a fucking slave for pennies. How dare you want to take a self-care day, you lazy piece of shit? What do you mean you're not working a full-time job with 3 side gigs, plus you got some crypto coin coming in? What? You want to spend time with your family? Why do that when you can make money? And really, all it is 1% of the world going, that's right, baby, work for me, so I ain't got to do shit, while you're all working like slaves for this 1%. Stop it! Stop it! The economy is never going to get better like this.
Then again, we are following in the footsteps of people who are successful.
Name one. Name one. I want you to name someone successful that you look up to, Red. That isn't Ash Mufara, please.
We will learn all about these little key aspects. What
are the little key aspects? Again, everyone wants the secret key. Everyone wants the code. Everyone wants to do nothing and just type something into a computer and magically become a millionaire. But that's just not the way that life works. And if we all keep fooling ourselves that we can make life work that way, then maybe we could actually work towards actually changing it, for God's sakes. Call me fucking crazy. Everyone else does.
Niches that we can all utilize for our own success. Anyway, that's it for me today.
In Victory with Ash, which will never happen. Because again, if you could be successful without it, then why have you been sitting here waiting for 8 years for it? That's the point, though, is that you don't need it. You should be off doing other things instead.
Hey, guys, have a great weekend. Whatever you're doing, we're working, unfortunately, but shortly we are going away in our camper van for a few days here in the UK, so that'll be nice. Looking forward to that. Whatever you're doing, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all back on Monday. That's it from me. Bye for now.
Bye for now. All right, Red. Well, thank you for this week's ChatGPT read. You can see Red is he's in a ChatGPT loop. And I don't think he's going to be leaving it anytime soon. It's kind of sad. I would not be able to listen to that every day if I was Jane. I would have to leave several times a week. I feel like, I'm sorry, I can't listen to you do the same speech again. I gotta go. But all right, everyone. You guys have been so great. We've been here for almost 3 hours. And I'm starting to feel a little ill. So I'm glad that we've made it to the end. Luckily for all of you this week, it is time to get comfy. Grab a blanket. Grab a stuffy. You know? Grab whatever you need to feel comfortable. Snuggle up. Because it is finally time for...
A story time from Victory with Ash.
Yes. And this week's story time, just like the other week's story time, comes to us from John White, who is still going pretty strong on his YouTube community tab and Facebook. And this one is called The Lengths We Refuse to Lose. And he posted this up, I believe it was yesterday. We are all in the same starting gate. At the sound of the bell, there is no inherent advantage that separates one dreamer from another. The entrepreneur, the artist, the visionary, everyone begins with the same trembling hope and the same vast, open track ahead of them. We start equal. But what happens after the first furlong separates the legends from the spectators? Look at Secretariat. He did not burst from the gate 33 lengths ahead of the field. He stood in the same dirt, under the same sky, with the same weight on his back as every other horse in the race. But inside his chest, there was a different kind of engine. There was a pedigree that refused to let the noise of the competition convince him that the track was endless. We face that same noise. It comes in three forms. The self-doubt that whispers we are not fast enough. The weak belief that tells us we can simply enjoy the experience of running without needing to win. And the voices of those who have abandoned their own visions, who now wander the infield, shouting through cupped hands that there is no finish line. Think they're talking about us. There is no finish line, they say. Why are you killing yourself to get to something that doesn't exist? Oh my God, it got a little dark there for a second. They say this because they stopped running. They took their eyes off their own horizon. And now, to justify their own halt, they try to convince you that the race is a myth. They want you to abandon your vision and join them in theirs, a vision built not on purpose, but on the comfort of quitting. You're right, people have no purpose when they speak out about these things. You cannot afford to listen. Like, speak for yourself, John. When you allow self-doubt to make you pause, even for a moment, you don't just lose a step. You lose the psychological momentum that separates the champion from the also ran. Did you not? Would have been better if you used the word competitor, but anyway. In the Kentucky Derby, Secretariat ran the last quarter mile in a time that physics barely seems to allow. But that finish wasn't a miracle. It was the result of never, not once, entertaining the thought that being in the race was enough. If you enter this life, your business, your art, your dream, with the secret satisfaction of just being here, you have already lost. You have agreed to a deficit. You have handed the leader a 33-length lead before you even turn for home. Because the race is not kind to those who are merely present. The race devours the hesitant. Oh my. And here is the tragedy. Most people give up exactly one stride before the track turns in their favor. I guess we had to add hashtag FOMO to this, huh? They quit in the dark. right before the dawn. They let the exhaustion, the mockery, or the silence convince them that the finish line was a lie. They pull up, exit the track, and spend the rest of their lives paying the price. What is that price? It is watching someone else cross the finish line that was meant for you. It is living with the weight of knowing you had the bloodlines, the pedigree, but lacked the will to let them prove themselves. It is the slow rot of what if. You have to develop the pedigree of knowing deep in your bones that within you resides a secretariat, not a horse who was handed victory, but a force who refused to be ordinary. He didn't win because the track was short. He won because he treated every race as though his legacy depended on it. You loved him from the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson? We must do the same. Your vision, your dream. It is not a casual stroll. It is a race against doubt, against time, against the seductive pull of quitting. The moment you let someone else's disbelief cause you to pause is the moment you get left behind. So do not pause. Do not let the chatter make you look back. Do not accept just being in the race as a victory. There is a finish line. It exists. It exists because you decided it exists. Yeah, no, that's how that works. And you are going to reach it, not by luck, but by the unshakable certainty that you were built to run. They all start equal. The legend is what happens after. 49 comments and 67 likes. I must be doing something wrong on here. And that is it for a story time from Victory with Ash. Yeah, and the irony of it is that they're the ones that were like, we're all just fine to be a community for now. We don't need a business. We're totally okay with OnPassive shutting down and then us all learning in Victory with Ash. We still have our community. So I just found that funny, to go along with that little story time here. But yeah, John's going hard still over on his YouTube, even though Bill Must isn't posting. He's not really posting videos, John. He's doing some shorts, but not really the videos that he was doing with Bill Must, but he's going hard on his community tab posts. So we'll have story times for years, probably. So that's good news. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming and hanging out with me tonight for FriYAY, my amazing stairs. Here's a finish line in my pants. Boom. Did you learn that joke from the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson? I'm just wondering. But yeah, it's been a week. It's been a week. I hope that all of you are having a better week than what I have had, being sick off and on for the past 2 weeks, I feel like. The weather change is killing me. I hope that I will be okay going forward. I hope that all of you have a fabulous, amazing, amazing weekend. I'm going to rest all weekend, and then I will see you on Monday for MLM Monday, where you watch all of your favorite anti-multi-level marketing creators. So you'll be here watching me, hopefully. I love all of your faces. Like always, we're in it to win it. Woo!
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
Make sure you give it a like.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
We are.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
We are OnPassive, shining bright into the future. We rise high.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones.
With
Okay?
one
Let's go to Guyana. All right, no joke. If that's a call.
Hey.
And I'm your friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ashmo Potter. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or spying, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was 3-minute Ash. Another Queen of Karma person. Asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again. I've been answering them over and over. It's not the answer you want, but yeah. On the Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana. All right, no joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to crazy men talking about their experiences. My name is Ashmo Potter, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Elch, by the way.
Have a good weekend, everyone. Make sure you like, share, and
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ashmo Potter.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ashmo Potter, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Guyana.